and raising our children and being a support system for them. This might also mean that we take a long, hard look at how we as parents have created toxic home environments that are driving our children away from us, away from this faith, away from their community, and ultimately into more pain and suffering, and ultimately death. And this is not a time to get defensive. This is not a time to say, as a parent, I've done enough. As a parent, I've been putting in the work. I'm working 70 hours a week. This is not time for that. This is a time for principled responsibility and action. We have to lead with love always. And there's an incredible story of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ where the Prophet is hugging and kissing his grandchildren. He's playing with Imam al-Hassan and Hussein. And a man comes up to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, sees him hugging and kissing his children, his grandchildren. And he says, ugh, you see my expression right now. But he makes this disgusted face and he says, you hug and kiss your grandchildren? What is this? He was almost mocking the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ for his expression of love and playfulness with his grandbabies. And the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ says, absolutely. What can I say to a man that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has removed mercy from their hearts? Mercy is something that we need to cherish. And when we wake up in the morning, we need to look at how we can implement and manifest mercy and love and kindness in our everyday. Parents and adults in our community are not immune to mental health. Check in on yourselves, check in with your family members, check in with your friends and make sure that they're okay. And if you're feeling like you're getting to a point where it is too heavy for you to bear alone, it's not a sign of strength to break down. It's not a sign of strength to carry that all on your own. Seek help. Check in. And there are incredible resources for you in our community. We have to start understanding the political implications of Islamophobia. We have to understand the political implications, the political and social and psychic implications of racism and anti-blackness and economic violence and so on and so forth. Everything is connected. Everything is connected, and we got to study those intersections. We got to study those intersections. Lastly, or one of the last few points, is the masjid needs to be an area that we address as a community. The masjid must be a place of sanctuary. The masjid must be a place of absolute non-judgment. The masjid must be a place for community, a place for love, and a place for hope, a place where we can recharge, a place of absolute peace. This was the masjid of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. You had a group that was called Ahlul Sufa that didn't have homes, that used to come into the masjid. All they did was just pray. All they did was just do dhikr in the masjid. People wrestled and joked in the masjid. People came in drunk and stood in the line of the prayer and prayed while they were drunk in the masjid. People who did not have homes slept in the masjid. People came in disheveled and disoriented and not looking good, and the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ would talk to them and speak to them. In fact, there's a hadith of the Prophet giving a man a comb. People came as they were to the masjid, expecting that it was not going to be a place of judgment or hate. A man came and grabbed the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ by the collar. This is one of the most incredible stories. Shook him and said, "Where's my money?" People came in. We know a story of a man who came in and peed inside of the mosque. The woman used to joke in the masjid. The woman had a place in the masjid. There's a story of Umar radiallahu anh coming into the mosque, and the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is having a little halaqah with the sisters, and the sisters stop making fun of Umar radiallahu anh. And the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ says to Umar gets a little frustrated and he leaves the masjid, and the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ says, "Take it easy with Umar. Take it easy with Umar." We are so rigid. We are so rigid to the point that we are creating hostile environments in the most sacred of places. There's a responsibility there. These were just a few bullet points that we need to address as a community. I urge you to read the study and seek out resources to actively prepare yourself to be a better support system for yourself, your loved ones, and your community. Brothers and sisters, community members, the system of Jahiliyyah was done in by a man that came as a huda and a mercy. He taught that huda, he taught that guidance, he taught that love, and it becomes the responsibility of his followers, those that say, we love you, O beloved Rasulullah, to continue the legacy of that justice work, to continue the legacy of healing, to continue the legacy of kindness. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك يا ربنا سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات. O Allah, Master and Sustainer of the heavens and the earth, Giver and Taker of life, we ask you with your most beautiful names, the most gracious, the most merciful, to fill our hearts with your light that never diminishes, to make us among the good, among the pious, among the righteous, among the active, among the conscious, among the thinkers, among the questioners for justice always, Ya Rabbal Alameen. O Allah, forgive our brothers and our sisters, our family and our friends, those in our presence and those who have passed. Indeed, you are Allah near to us, all hearing. You answer the call of those that call upon you. O Allah, guide us and place us in the company of those that you've guided. Protect us from pain and sickness and sadness, and keep us in the company of those that you've protected. Forgive us, Ya Allah, and keep us in the company of those that you have forgiven. O Allah, you know these hearts have gathered on this day of Jum'ah in loving you, so give them more love. And gathered in worship and in service to you, so increase this love and increase this worship. And give us the patience and the wisdom to confront the forces of injustice with patience and determination. O Allah, fill our hearts with your light that never diminishes. O Allah, nurture this bond between us through the Qur'an. Fill our hearts with the light of the Qur'an. O Allah, we ask for your love and the love of those that love you. O Allah, bring peace and healing to the hearts of those who are struggling, to the minds of those that are struggling. O Allah, do not make us among the oppressors. Make the Muslims everywhere a source of goodness and righteousness and happiness. Wa aqim as-salah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
استقيموا واستووا. Put the foot shoulder to shoulder if you want. Make dua in your sujood. This is your last prayer. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.